We're going over what you've been learning about in Miss Rozier's class about place value. And I'm so excited to finally get to teach y'all today. Let's see. Yes, Jordan. You can make sure you unmute.
Can I tell you something?
Can we wait till after the lesson, then I'll let you tell me?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, can someone tell me what you know about place value? Raise your hand and I'll call on you. Clarence, can you tell me something you know about place value? Make sure you unmute.
You have the digit.
Can you repeat that for me? Yeah, it shows you where a digit is?
Yep.
Alright, Jordan, can you tell me something? Jordan, can you tell me something that you know about place value?
I don't really know anything about place value.
Okay, well that's fine. That's what we're going to learn about today, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to get y'all to turn y'all's mics off, and we are going to watch a video about place value real quick. Let me get it up there to y'all. Okay, let me know when you see the YouTube video on your screen. Y'all see it? Give me a thumbs up if you see it. All right.
Sam, I just found the best website. It estimates the population of the U.S. in every minute.
Cool. Let me see. Look, the total just went up.
That makes 302,628,824.
Whoa, that's too many to even imagine.
I know what you mean. Big numbers are hard to get your head around.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I've got a way to make big numbers kind of easy. Let's just pop this 9-digit biggie into my place value machine.
Wait, digit? Place value?
Don't let the terms throw you, Sam. You know more than you think. Digits are just the numerals in a number here.
other location. If I remember to break numbers into periods, those groups of 3 digits, I can figure out how many ones, thousands, millions, and even trillions there are. That makes even gigantic numbers easy to read.
You got it.
Hey, can we find out how many kids there are in the United States?
Bingo.
Wow, 36,077,637 kids. I wonder how many of them have a crush on RJ.
At least a million.
Okay guys, now that we've watched that video, I'm going to do a review sheet with you guys, and I'm just going to go through some of the rules and some of the things you're going to see when we do our assignment together and when you do your independent assignment. So let me share this screen with you real quick so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, if you can see it, give me a thumbs up. You see it where it says it has the place value chart? Give me a thumbs up if you can see it. Can you see it, Jaden? All right, so let's get started. So when you're looking at place value, you have a bunch of different place values. So you have the ones, the tens, the hundreds, the thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and even the millions. So when you're looking at the ones, each column to the left, each value to the left increases by a multiple of 10. So when you look at it, you're going to look at it as times 10, and your ones place has a 1. Okay, so 1 times 10 is 10. So when you go from the tens to the hundreds, you're going to multiply by 10. And when you go from 10 times 10, you get 100. You're going to do the same thing from hundreds to thousands, multiply by 10. 10 times 100 is 1,000. Same thing from thousands to 10,000s. You're going to multiply by 10. And you get 10,000. You do it from 10,000 to 100,000. Multiply by 10, and you get 100,000. And the same thing from 100,000 to a million. You multiply 100,000 by 10, and you get 1 million. Okay, so let's come up with a number. Let's do 3,479,562. Okay, and let's see what the place value is of each of these numbers based on our chart. So first, your 2. Your 2 is your first number, so it will go to ones place. Then, in your tens place, you're going to have a 6. But the value of that 6, the way you're going to find that, you're going to do 6. And since it's in the tens place, you're going to multiply that 6 by 10. And you get 60. So the value of that 6, based on its place value, is 60. So then we're going to go to our 5. We put our 5 right here. Okay, and since the hundreds place is worth 100, you're going to multiply 5 by 100, and you get 500. And you're just going to do the same thing in the thousands place. So you have a 9. So you write your 9 right here. 9 times 1,000, you get 9,000. And move on to the 10,000s place. You have a 7. You do 7 times 10,000, and you get 70,000. And same thing on the 100,000s. A 4 times 100,000, you get 400,000. Now to our last one, your millions. You put your 3, and then you're going to multiply it by that 1 million, and you get 3 million. And another way that I like to think about this is each section you go to, you're just adding an extra 0. Because when you're multiplying by 10, you're simply just adding an extra 0. because you see right here you have 1, 0, and then you go to 2, and then to 3, and then 4, 5, and 6. So this chart tells you the different kind of place values and the values of the numbers in certain places. Okay, so a number's place value determines the value of the digit, which is what we just did right here. For example, when your 6 was in the tens place, that's the place value. So it being in that tens place value tells you the value of that 6 is actually 60. And to find the value of a number, you must determine the place value first, which is what we did up here. For us to be able to find that 60, we had to figure out that that 6 was in the tens place. Do I have any questions so far? Are y'all understanding it? If you have a question, raise your hand, okay? And I'll call on you. Okay. Let's look at this number right here. We have 1,234. So let's see, let's look at the place value. We're not going to look at the value, just the place value. So let's look from left to right. So the 1. When you say this number, you say 1,234. This 1 is in your thousandths place. So when we say the place value of the 1, we're going to write 1,000. Okay? And then we're going to look at the place value of the 2. The 2 is in the hundredths place. Okay? And now let's look at the 3. The 3 is in the tens place. And finally, the 4 is in the ones place. Okay, now we're going to look at, we figured out their place values. Alright, we figured out their place values. Now, let's find out what the value of the number 1,234 is. Let's find out the value of those numbers based on their place value. Okay, so we have our 1. And we know it's in the thousandths place. So that means the value of this 1 will be 1,000. Because you're simply going to do 1 times 1,000. And that is how you get your 1,000. Okay? And now our 2, we know, we answered up there that it was in our hundredths place. So what you're going to do, you're going to do 2 times 100. So the value of the 2 is 200. We're going to do the same thing for the 3. We found out up there that the 3 was in the tens place. So we're going to do 3 times 10, and you get 30. And lastly, we're going to do the 4. The 4 is in the ones place. So you're going to do 4 times 1, and the value of the 4 is 4. Do y'all have any questions? Do y'all have any questions about what we just went over? If you do, please raise your hand and we can talk about it real quick. All right, let's go on to our next one. Okay, so our number forms. There are 3 different types of number forms that you've learned about with place value. So our first one is standard form. And standard form is simply just how you normally see a number. So this is this 1,234, that's how you typically see a number written. So when you're asked for standard form, you're just going to write the number how you would see it in a normal word problem. Now let's look at expanded form. It's when you break apart a number. So you take every piece of this 1,234 and you write it like it's a problem. So this 1,000 comes from this 1. We figured out that that 1, the value of it was 1,000. 2, the value of it was 200. Same with the 3, the value of it was 30. And then our 4, we figured out that the value of that was 4. So you're breaking apart your number by the values, by the different values that you have in this number. And finally, word form. You're simply just writing the numbers that you hear in words. So when I say 1,234, I hear the words 1,234. And that's how you would write your answer in word form. Can somebody give me a number? And we're going to do the standard form, expanded form, and the word form. Clarence, you can unmute yourself. Give me a number.
1.
1. You just 1? Give me something a little bit bigger than that. Give me something in the thousands. You can unmute yourself. Jaden, can you give me a number? Unmute yourself and give me a number to use. It can be any number. Make sure it's in the thousands range though. Let's start. Let's do 1,000 and give me 3 more numbers to add to it.
Okay.
A 3. All right. Give me another number. Any number. Give me 2 more numbers. Jordan,
And 4.
a 4. All right. And 1 more number.
A 5.
A 5. Okay. I'm going to mute you back real quick. So, this is a number in standard form. 1,345. And that's how you would write that number. This is how you would typically see it written. So that is your standard form for 1,345. All right, let's look at our expanded form. And we know that that means we're going to break apart a number. All right, so our number was 1,345. So let's look at our expanded form. First, let's look at the 1. That 1 is in the thousands place. So we know the value of it is 1,000. Then we're going to put a plus sign after that 1,000. And let's look at our 3. Based on its place value, it's in the hundreds place. We know the value of that is 300. Okay, and then we put our plus sign and we look at our 4. We know it's in the tens place. So we know the value of that 4 is 40. So you write your 40, then you put your plus sign, and you know your 5, since it's all the way to the right, it's your ones place. So its value is 5. Okay, so now we're going to go to word form, where you're just writing what you say in actual words instead of numbers. So we have 1,345. So we're going to write, first we're going to write 1,000, because that's what you say first. Then you're going to put your comma, and you're going to say, okay, what do I say next? So you say 1,000, then you say 300. Okay, and after the 300, we say 1,340. So write our 40. And then finally, you say 1,345. And that's how you write it in word form. You just take what you're saying when you read this number, and you just put it in words. Okay, so now we're going to compare our numbers. So, have y'all seen these symbols before? Give me a thumbs up if you have. Give me a thumbs up if you've seen these before, please. Have we seen these symbols? Alright guys, you gotta give me a thumbs up if you've seen these symbols more? Alright, I got one from Jordan. Jordan, you haven't? Alright, what about Clarence? Have you seen these before?
I don't know if I want to. Yeah, I did.
You've seen them before? Okay, sounds good. Okay, well, if you haven't seen them before, we're going to talk about them real quick. So we have our greater than sign, our less than sign, and our equal to sign. So we'll talk about it more on this next page. So when you're comparing numbers, what I like to do, you see how I have them written out side by side? I like putting one number on top of the other so we can figure it out. 3,456, 1,234. And you're going to start from your left side, and we're going to compare these digits. So we have a 3 in the thousands place and a 1. So we know that that means 3,000 right there, and we know that means 1,000. So automatically, from our first number, we know that this 3,456 is larger than the 1,234, just based on lining them up and comparing. So this is how we'll write this. We'll put 3,456 is greater than 1,234. And this sign right here, I like to think of it as a crocodile's mouth. Like it's open, and the side where it's really big and open, you want that to go to the biggest number because the crocodile wants to eat the biggest number. It wants the most amount of food. So the side, you want the side of the crocodile's mouth open, always facing the biggest number. All right, now let's look at this number, 1,234 and 1,112. So we look at these first two digits in the thousands place, and they're the same. So that can't really tell us which one's larger yet. So let's look at the 2 and the 1 in the hundreds place. So that 2 tells us it's 200, and that 1 tells us it's 100. And we know that 200 is more than 100. So that tells us that 1,234 is greater than 1,112. Okay? Now our last one, 1,234 and 1,234. Okay, so let's look at these. So we have 2 1s, so those match, so we know those equal the same thing. We have 2 2s, those also match, and they're in the same place value, so we know they equal the same thing. The same thing with the 3, and the same thing with the 4. So since all these digits are the same and they're all in the same place value, we know that they are equal. So we'll do 1,234 is equal to 1,234. Okay, so before we start on our worksheet that we're going to do together, does anybody have any questions for me? Because I'm going to need y'all's help on the next worksheet. I want y'all to help me with it. If you have a question, please unmic yourself and let me know. You can unmute yourself, Jordan.
What are we going to be working on exactly?
I'm going to show you what we're going to be working on in just a second. I just need to make sure nobody has any questions before we move on.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, we're going to work together on this worksheet right here. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see it. Can everybody see that? Where it says, where's my place?
Yeah.
All right.
That means where's my place value?
Yeah, where's my place value? All right.
Yeah.
So, Jordan, I'm going to mute you real quick, and then I'm going to call on each of y'all to help me with these problems, okay? All right. So first, let's look at our directions. Find the value of the underlying digit. So right here, we have the number 6,203. And they want us to find the value of the 2. Can somebody tell me the value of the 2? Raise your hand. And I'll unmute you, or I'll let you unmute. Jaden, can you help me? Unmute yourself, please. All right, Jaden. We're looking at the number 6,203. What place value is the 2 in?
And the hardest or something.
Let's see. So our place values are our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000, and millions. So what place value is the 2 in? You want me to I can put this chart back up here to help you. Let's see, hang on 1 second, let's look at this chart. Alright, so what place value is the 2 in? We're looking at this chart, you have your 1, your tens, and your hundreds.
That's in the hundreds.
That's right. Okay, so since it's in the hundreds place, what's it worth? What's the value of this 2 if it's in the hundreds place? So let's 2 times 100. Do you know how much that is? Can you get that off your face, please? Thank you. Okay, so you have a 2 in the hundreds place. What do you hear when you say 6,203?
I don't know.
Okay, well try it. What do you think it would be? 6,203, and the 2 is in the hundreds place.
I would think it's 2.
2 what?
0, 0.
That's right. What is 200? What's the name for 200? The name for 200 is 200, okay? Alright, let's look at our next one. We have, let me zoom us back in. We have 79,516. We're going to be looking at our 9 this time. So 79,516. Clarence, can you help me with this one? Clarence. Alright. Jordan, can you help me with this one? Can you unmute yourself for me? Alright, take yourself off mute and I'm going to get you to help me with this one. Okay, so we have 79,516. We're looking at our 9. What's the place value of the 9?
Place value of the 9.
Remember, your place value is the ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. You want me to put the chart back up here for you?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's your chart. Let me zoom it out so you can see the chart and the problem. Alright, here's your chart. You have your ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and millions. And you're wanting to find the place value of this 79,516. So what's the place value of this 9? So the 6 is...
And the, one minute. I'm gonna see if I can get some piece of paper to help me with this problem.
Okay. Okay, look at this with me. So look at the 6. What place value is the 6 in? what in?
Tens.
Okay. What about the 5?
Hundreds.
That's right. So what comes after the hundreds place?
Thousand.
That's right. So since the 9,
It's in the thousands.
it's in the thousands. So since it's in the thousands, what's the value of 9? What's the value of the 9 if it's in the thousands place?
It's 10,000.
Let's see. So let's do 9 times 1,000. So when you say it, you hear 79,000.
Not 9 times 1,000.
So what you're going to do, you're going to do 9, and then you're going to add 3 zeros to the end. So you're going to have 9,000. Do you hear it like when you say 79,000? Then you can hear it when you say the word. Okay, so let's look at number 3. We have a 2 right here. That's the number we're going to be looking at. Can somebody tell me what the place value of this 2 is? Clarence, can you answer one for me? Clarence, can you take yourself off mute? Clarence. Clarence, can you take yourself off mute for me? Clarence, can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I think it's his headphones again. So, Jordan and Jaden, y'all both unmute yourselves, and I'm going to get, let's see. Can you hear me, Clarence? All right. Can you hear me, Clarence? Can you hear me now? Give me a thumbs up when you can hear me. You can hear me? Can you hear me? No? Alright. Jaden, I'm going to get you to help me with this. Can you unmute yourself? Alright, Jaden. Let's look at this number right here. 267,493. So let's figure out the place value. What place value is the 3 in? What's your very first place value? What's your very first place value, Jaden?
The ones.
The ones, that is right. So, since the 3 is in the ones, where's the 9? What's the place value of the 9? What comes right after the ones?
The tens.
That's right. Okay, and what about the 4? What comes right after the 10s? You can look on your chart if you need. You can look at the chart down here if you need to. So we have our 1s, our 10s. What comes next?
I can't see that good.
Hang on, let me zoom in. You see it now? you can see it.
Okay, now I can.
Okay. So what comes after our tens?
100.
Okay, so that means our 4's in the hundreds place. Okay, let's look at our 7. What comes after the hundreds place?
1,000.
That's right. And what comes after the thousands place? Where's our 6 at?
10,000.
10,000s. Okay, so what place values are 2 in?
What?
What place value is this 2 in? If the 6 right here is in the 10,000s, where's the 2 at?
The 2 is in the front.
Okay, the 2 right here. So we just said that the 6 beside it was in the 10,000s. So what's the next place value over after 10,000s? What comes after 10,000s?
100,000.
That is right. So since it is in the hundreds thousands place, what's the value of a 2 in the 100,000s place?
Millions.
No, what's the, look right here. So we're only looking at the 100,000s place. What's the value of the 2 in the 100,000s place? So say that number for me. Can you say this number for me right here? Jaden, can you say this number for me right here?
2.
Let's see, what place, okay, so it's in the 200s place value, so it's gonna be 200 and then 67,493. So since our 2 is in our 100,000s place, the value of it is gonna be 200,000. All right, let's keep going. Can somebody read this number for me down here? This one right here. Clarence, can you hear me? Jordan. Jordan, can you read this number for me? Take yourself off mute and read the number for me, please.
1,562.
Let's see. Okay, so when this comma is right here, it tells you to say thousands. Right? Isn't that what, that's what it, so.
15,000.
15. Let's see, so you said 15,000, what's next?
15,162.
Let's see, so we have 15,000, and your 6 is in the hundreds place, so you're going to have 620. So you have 15,620. So, Jordan, can you help me write this in expanded form?
Write it in an expanded form.
Can you help me write it in expanded form? Let's see, let me show you how we write it. Let me show you how we write it in expanded form. Alright. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's see. So in expanded form, you're breaking apart the number. So you see on this one right here, we had 1,345. Jordan, can you unmute yourself for me? Alright, Jordan, you see we have 1,345. In expanded form, you break it apart. And you see how we broke it apart? We took the thousands out, we took the hundreds out, we took the tens out and the ones out. Do you see that? Jordan, I need you to pay attention for me, please.
Okay.
Do you see where we took the thousands out, the hundreds out, the tens out, and the ones out? So that's what we're going to do on this one right here. So, okay, well how would we break this number right here apart? number's in our 10,000s place?
10,000.
Yeah, what number's in our 10,000s place?
1 minute. I'll get paper and pencil.
Alright, what number is in our 10,000s place?
1 minute. I'm still writing it down.
Alright, what number's in our 10,000s place?
1 minute.
Look right here on the screen. Look on your screen. So we have a 1 in the 10,000s place. So 1 times 10,000 is 10,000. So you're gonna, so then you have your 5. So we're gonna write 10,000 because since you have the 1 in the 10,000s place, you do 1 times 10,000 and you get 10,000. Then you're gonna put your plus sign. What's in your thousands place in this number? What's in your thousands place, Jordan? So we know that our 1 was in our 10,000s. What's in
I
our...
was going to show you on my paper what I wrote on here.
Alright, show me what you wrote on your paper.
1 minute. I gotta redo it. Okay.
Okay, tell me what you have written down. Tell me what you have written down, please.
Okay.
You're gonna have to tell it to me. I can't see that. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's 10,000.
10,000 plus what? What's in our thousands place?
Plus, I know what's plus.
Alright. So we have plus, and then we have the 5 in the thousands place, so it's plus 5,000. And then in our hundreds place, we have a 6. So if the 6 is in our hundreds place, what do we write? The 6 is in our hundreds place, so what's the value of that 6 if it's in the hundreds place?
You're gonna write.
Alright, yeah, think about it. 15,620. What's the value of the 6? Alright, the value of the 6 is going to be 600 because it's in our hundreds place. Alright, pay attention please, Jordan. Alright, then we have our 2 is in the tens place. What's the value of our 2? Alright, the value of the 2, since it's in the tens place, is going to be 20. Because you do 2 times 10. And then you have a 0 in the ones place, but you still write your 0 because it's going to act as a placeholder. Okay, so can you read this number for me again?
10,100.
Not 10,100. What's this right here?
10,100.
We have 15,620.
Oh.
this one right up here. So we have 15,620. So we're going to write that in word form. Can you tell me the first thing to write in the number 15,620? All right, well, let's see if your brother can help us.
Okay.
Will you mute yourself for me, Jordan?
Yeah.
Jaden, unmute yourself for me. All right, Jaden, can you help me write this number right here in word form? Can you say this number for me?
Okay.
All right, say this number for me right here.
50,000.
15,000.
620.
620. Good job, Jaden. So that's exactly how we're going to write it, just how you say it. So we're going to write 15,620. Do y'all see how I did that? How I got the word form from the standard form? Jordan, pay attention, please. Jordan, can you pay attention, please? All right, do y'all see how we got the 15,620, how we got the words from the numbers? We just wrote down the words that we said. You get it? We good? Thumbs up? Thumbs up if we're good? You good, Jaden? All right. Now let's look at these, let's compare these numbers. All right, first we have 8,123, and we have 8,023. All right, Jaden, I want you to help me with this one, okay?
He left the meeting because of his internet.
His internet messed up? Okay, well, Jordan, I'm going to get you to help me with this, okay?
He's back.
He's back? Okay. Jaden, can you help me with this problem real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're comparing these numbers. So when we compare these numbers, we're going to line them up based on place value. So we have an 8 and an 8. Is one of these numbers bigger than the other? Or are they the same? No, look at both 8s. Are the 8s, are they the same number? We're just looking at right here. Do you have the same number right there?
No.
No? So that 8 and that 8, that's not the same number?
They are.
They are the same number. Okay, so let's move to this. These two numbers. So you have a 1 and a 0. Which number's bigger? Is a 1 or a 0 bigger?
1.
1. So there you know that the top, the 8,123 is bigger than the 8,023. So if we go up here, remember we want the big alligator mouth, we want it to eat the bigger number. So which number are we going to face it to?
To the,
Are we going to do it to 8,023 or 8,123?
I don't know.
Well, which number did we say was bigger?
The 1?
Yep, the 8,123. So if we say that that's bigger, we want the alligator mouth to be open to the 8,123 because it always wants to eat the bigger number. Okay? So let's look at this one right here, Jordan. Can you help me with this one? Alright, Jaden, can you mute yourself, please? Alright, Jordan, let's look at this one right here. So we're going to do the same thing that Jaden and I just did. We're going to compare these numbers. So let's look at these.
See how much the alligator eats.
Yep, we're going to see which one the alligator eats. Is this Are these the same numbers?
Yeah.
Okay. What about these?
Same.
Okay.
Same.
Okay.
Same.
Okay.
Same.
Okay.
Same.
So if all the numbers are the same, that means that they're equal. So you're gonna put an equal sign right there. So let's do.
Yeah.
Good job. So Jaden, I want you and Jordan both to help me on this next one. This is our last one, okay?
Okay.
Okay, guys, let's look. Jaden, can you unmute yourself? I want both of y'all to help me on this one. Jaden, unmute yourself, please. All right. So let's look at these two numbers. What are they? Is one bigger than the other, or are they the same, or is one smaller?
What?
These two numbers right here.
Same.
They're the same. That's right. Okay. And what about these? Is one of the numbers bigger?
Yes.
Okay. Which one's bigger? You have a 3 and a 2. Which number's bigger, a 3 or a 2?
3.
3, that's right. So, which number is the alligator going to eat? The 8,340,761 or the 8,261,342? Look at these numbers and remember which one was bigger. Are we going to do the one with the one? Are we going to do the one with the 3 or the one with the 2?
With the 7.
Yes, that one does have a 7 at the end. That is good. So we're going to do the 8,340,761. That is the one the alligator is going to eat. Okay, so that's all that we're going to do today. Do y'all have any questions for me? Do y'all have any questions for me? Y'all don't have any questions? Because y'all are about to do an activity by yourselves. What's your question, Jaden?
When Grant's gonna join?
I have no idea. I think he's having internet problems. But it's okay. I have y'all two here. Jordan, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to show you guys how to get to y'all's assignment for me. And I want y'all to do this when we get off the camera, okay? So let's see. Let me get this up here so I can show y'all. All right. Can y'all see the Google Classroom link? Do y'all see where it says? Do y'all see where it says shows Miss Clanton's Google Classroom?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you click on Miss Clanton's classroom on the main page, it's gonna have. Do y'all see this assignment right here? It says 4th grade place value. Y'all see where it says 4th grade place value? And
No.
you don't see it that I'm showing it to you right now?
I can't see it because it's too far.
Okay, hang on. So let's go to classwork. Or let me zoom in on this screen.
Do all of us go faster?
Okay, can you see it now, Jaden?
All of us. Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna click on that.
I got 2 splits.
You don't have to do it right now. I'm gonna show y'all how to do it, and then when we get off, I'm gonna let you guys do it. Okay?
I'm going to it right now.
Okay. So do you remember on Miss Rosier's classroom today when she had this and you could type on it?
Yeah.
That's what y'all are gonna do on this today.
I know.
So you know how to do it? How you can move the boxes and stuff?
No.
You don't? Okay, well I'm gonna show you, Jaden. Let me let it load. Okay, so your first slide, you see it has your name and your date.
Oh, Brother does know how to do that. He thought you were talking about like moving it.
Well, that's what we're about to do. Do you see this where it says circle the digit in the 10,000s place, and then it has a number and a red box?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just gonna, you can pick this box up and you can move it to where you want to circle, okay?
Okay.
That's how you're gonna do that one. You can move all that stuff around.
Okay.
And the same thing with this one. You're gonna,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay guys, the same thing on this one. You're gonna read the directions and you're gonna move these numbers around, okay? And then these have the text boxes, so you can just type in them when it asks for the expanded form and the word form. And then our last one, you're gonna match, and you're gonna draw a line. Okay, do y'all see my cursor up here at the top?
Add to correct or mark a star. Now I tried to do this.
Jordan, Jaden, do y'all see my mouse up here at the top where it says line?
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna click that button and you're gonna be able to draw lines to connect the dots. Y'all see how I did that?
Yes.
Okay, so that is the last thing you'll have to do on there. And I'm going to post a picture of the notes from today so you can use those while y'all do that assignment. I am so proud of all of y'all today. Y'all did so good. And I just want to talk about place value real quick and why you need to use it and why you need it. So, you know, place value tells you the
I
value.
found this thing that's Southwest something.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, can I get you two to mute your mics real quick because we're about to finish up. All right. So the reason you need to learn about place value is because you're going to use this in your everyday life when you get older. You're going to need to use this to be able to know the value of how much something costs and to be able to compare prices to make sure you're getting the best deal. So that's why you really need to learn this, and that's why I want to make sure that y'all get these assignments done so that y'all are able to learn this, because y'all are going to keep learning about this in other grades, and y'all are just going to learn about more and more place values. So I'm very proud of y'all working hard today, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. And make sure when you get off, you go work on that assignment that I posted and you turn it in to Miss Clanton's classroom, okay? Can I get a thumbs up? All right. You guys can log off. Y'all have a good weekend.